Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me again for this meditation. The topic of our meditation today is seeing through the dark clouds. And again, I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope that this short time together can be of great value to you. So let's begin. Just bring your attention to where you are, sitting, lying down, walking, whatever your situation. Just become very present to that. Notice your body, your position, and also notice your breathing. We're just going to spend a short time doing this, so try to set aside the daily toing and froing and be attentive to this moment. If you can, please just set aside the past, the stories of the past, the things you wished you'd done or hadn't done. Just set them aside. So too the future, your hopes, your dreams, your fears. For this short time, set them aside. And in the present, particularly, try to set aside the idea that you have about who you are meant to be. All the stories we tell ourselves throughout our lives so that we might be acceptable and make it or be successful in this world. Just for a moment, set that aside as well. There is no need, no performance required here. We are just going to sit. Because before we know any other thing, before we think about the toing and froing of life, before all of that, we know one thing, most fundamentally. We exist. We know that I am. It's our primary knowing. We are aware that we exist. So too, because of that, we know we are aware of our thoughts, our emotions, our perceptions, our experiences. We are aware of them. When we were 5 years old, we were aware of our life. And though much changed by the time we were 20, the I am awareness remained constant. In our 30s, 40s, and beyond, many things change, but one thing remains the same: the present awareness that I am. This I am is the portal to the infinite consciousness from which we arise. What we sometimes call God is the original I am. Just as we are self-aware, self-knowing, self-luminous. This nature arises from the God, awareness that is self-knowing, self-aware, luminous awareness from which all arises. We are not separate, cannot be separate from this consciousness. In our lives, God collapses its infinite mind into our time and space environment through us. Our experience here is the clothing of time and space that we wear on and over our infinite and eternal, essential being beyond time and space. And this is how we can see through dark clouds. The world is filled with suffering. Dark clouds, so often personally in the form of dark emotions, international relations, people's economic situations, on and on we can go regarding the dark clouds that so many of us experience externally in the world, internally within our lives. For many, this is debilitating. So as we meditate today, let's offer this time of stillness to support and help all beings to find their way to see through the clouds. May all beings find their way home. So how can we see through the clouds? The clouds are the construction of time and space, either in the world at large or within us. And if we were just time and space beings, it might be impossible to see through the darkness. Of course, there is joy and splendor in the world, but we cannot ignore the suffering and the dark clouds. How to see through the clouds? To do so, we need to just go directly to that part of us which is beyond time and space, beneath the activity of the mind, the space of I am, the spaceless, timeless I am. So just sit, allow yourself to sink into your I amness. step through the portal to the singular awareness from which we arise. Be still. Allow the timeless, spaceless consciousness from which we arise to show itself. And when I say show itself, itself is within and not separate from you. Not the you that is wearing the time and space clothing, but that awareness, that I amness, that inner felt experience that I am more than my time and space clothing. Another way to say it might be, we are the clear skies beyond the dark clouds. From this place, from this inner still knowing, just as we can witness and be aware of our own thoughts, emotions, experiences, perceptions, so too we are aware of that very activity in the world. The primary knowing, the primary reality of who we and this world are is consciousness, awareness. Rest here. And from this knowing, know that the world is the manifestation again and again and again of the egoic tendency to want to define life and its most fundamental value via the mind and the activities of time and space. That is not where our essential value lies. Of course, we are here on planet Earth, living lives that were gifted to us in time and space we are living. There's no need to turn away. In fact, there is much to do, many ways to love, serve, care. So we need not run away from life in any way, nor do we need to pretend that there is no darkness no dark clouds. Of course, there are. But with the plain sight of our infinite consciousness, we can see those dark clouds for what they are. They are the ongoing illusion that our value comes from the outside activity of life. There is great value in the outside activity of life. There, of course, is great value and joy in relationships of love and care and community. These are not to be ignored. But the essential value that drives what is most precious about us, about each one of us, and of nature herself, is that we each arise from the One. The One I am, and I am meet at the source of our value. Just sit. Allow this to be with you for as long as you need. You can pause this recording and just sit with this for as long as you can. But when you finish this time of sitting, bring this way of seeing, this way of being. Try to bring it with you in everything that you do. The clothing of time and space do not make us blind if we know the deepest source of who we are. When you are ready, just return to awareness of where you're sitting or lying or walking. When you feel ready, open your eyes. But bring this with you, this new sight, this inner stillness. Bring it with you in your day-to-day lives. Thanks for joining me again today. I really appreciate it. And I hope we can spend some time together again soon. I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I wish you the sight to see through the dark clouds. Take care.